So yesterday on Disney Plus, WandaVision came out. I've actually really been looking forward to this show because it's finally going to show people just how powerful Wanda is. She's one of the more powerful people in Marvel Comics, actually. The MCU has just never really done that good of a job of showing that. They kind of did an Endgame where she took Thanos to his knees, but that's just kind of gracing the surface of the power she actually has. And this show's going to finally show people that. I'm excited to where this show's going to go. I understand that a lot of people probably watched that first 2 episodes that were unlocked on Disney Plus and were like, what is this? It's going to have a big payoff. If you want to have an idea of where this is going, I can give you some recommendations. I would say check out House of M and Avengers Disassembled and probably the Vision comics. It seems like they're rolling all those into one, but basically Wanda can zap people out of existence. She can bring people back from the dead. She can change the fabric of reality itself. And she's obviously kind of gone insane, which is what she did in Avengers Disassembled. And I imagine that this is going to lead in. Well, they've already said it's going to lead into the Doctor Strange show, because my guess is, well, she's pregnant. Spoilers at the end of episode 2. It's not really that big of a deal if you know that. It's not going to ruin your experience. Now, I will say spoilers for this, but I don't know if this is speculation. And I'm sorry, this is kind of turning into like a quasi-review, but I'll get to my main point in a second. In the show, my guess is she's pregnant. She's going to have twins like she did in the comics. And the twins are going to either, she's creating them, so they're going to be decreated whenever this is undone, or someone's going to kill them. And that will cause her to go even more insane, and she'll break apart the multiverse in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. That's my prediction of where that's going to go. Obviously, Chris Evans is coming back. She could de-age him. She could also probably bring Tony Stark back from the dead. So there's a lot they can do with this once they establish this in the MCU. But my point is, I got SWORD up here too. If you were wondering what that organization was that's on the Beekeeper's outfit, it's SWORD. Not a big spoiler either. It's basically probably going to be the new SHIELD of the MCU. But anyway, let's move on. Yesterday, I put out a poll on Twitter. And by the way, don't bother with Twitter. Join Minds. It's a much better outlet, if you want my opinion. Parler's gone. Minds is a lot better than Parler. I just wanted to give them, this is free promotion. They're not paying me. This isn't paid promotion. I just want to grow Minds because I'd rather use it more than Twitter. I like it over there. But I can't post polls over there, so I posted it on Twitter. And I said, how will the media report on WandaVision? Now, I would, of course, rather have put in more options on the poll, but I kind of had to be, selective. So I said, it ends toxic masculinity. It's sexist. It hurts POC. Oh, and if you don't like it, well, you're an istaphobe, which is what the media usually does. They usually find something problematic and run with it. They'll try to ruin this show like they try to ruin everything else. Well, it's already begun. I'm not going to go over this too much. I just want to point out that my point here is how predictable these cancel cultures, these cancer culture types are. And quickly and unsurprisingly, the Mary Sue took the first. They decided to be the first outlet out the gate to use it for progressive agenda pushing. So they put out this article, Marvel's WandaVision tackles time-period sexism in a fun way. And they go on to talk about Vision basically taking down, he's on a balanced relationship. If I were to classify this article, I would say that it's trying to make the point that Vision is dismantling toxic masculinity. As you can see him here, he's got an apron on. Now, what I'd really like somebody to do, okay, and somebody out there can do this because, there's a very talented audience here. I would very much appreciate if somebody would come up with a WandaVision journalist bingo card. I think it'd be really fun to read one of these on a live stream and hit the bingo card and see what we get. Because these people are all predictable and they always throw in the same language. So if somebody wants to put that together, I think that would be great. I'm not going to spend too much time on this article. I think it's trash. But my point here is this show came out on the 15th, and by 12:31 p.m., they already had an article about sexism and WandaVision and how it dismantles the 1960s, and the show is feminist and progressive and all this, which, look, I watched WandaVision. I enjoyed it. I understand this show is not going to appeal to everybody. I would say my appeal to you would be to wait and then go back and binge it. The show will have a big payoff. I'm confident the show is going to have a really good, solid payoff, and it's going to be really dark, and it's going to get there probably by a little bit after the halfway point. It's obviously going to move through decades, and eventually, as it gets closer to a more modern time, I think it'll all start to unravel, and Wanda's going to go even more insane. But I can tell you one thing, the show is not woke. It's not trying to push some message on you. It's just trying to, at least right now, be fun. But I think it's going to be a good show. I'm also looking forward to journalist hacks coming after it. I'm sure there'll be a couple of attack pieces on it. People on Twitter will whine and find a reason to cancel it. And that's where the fun will begin. It's already kind of started. This article's pretty weak, though. But damn, Mary Sue didn't waste any time coming out the gate with their progressive push on the show. So congratulations to the Mary Sue. You were the first ones. And we will see what happens. I'm looking forward to this show. So you kind of got a little review in this video as well. So check it out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.